Hello, welcome to my channel, Learn English in Easy Way. Let's start with the new stories. A new artist in New York. A new show of paintings opened in New York last week. The name of the artist is Maria Arroyo. People in New York don't know her, but she's quite famous in some other countries. She grew up in Mexico. She studied with several famous artists there. In 1995, she married Ted Diamond, a reporter for the New York Gazette. The same year, Maria and Ted moved to Brazil. Maria won a lot of important awards in Brazil, and she showed her work in Mexico, other countries. Her work is very popular in these countries now. Maria Arroyo is a small, quiet person, but her paintings are very large. They are full of color and excitement. She says that she uses Mexican colors. In Mexico, the sky and the sea are usually very bright blue. The houses often have bright colors too, pink, yellow, or orange. In her paintings, the excitement comes partly from these colors. It also comes from her style. She paints large forms that seem to move. Maria Arroyo's paintings aren't like photographs. They do not show us houses, flowers, clouds, or boats. Instead, her paintings show us her feelings about the world. We look forward to seeing more work from this excellent artist. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly was born in the small town of Lubbock in the state of Texas on 7th September 1936. His name then was Charles Hardin Holly, not Buddy Holly. In his short life, he became one of the greatest rock and roll musicians of the 1950s. In January 1959, Buddy Holly began a concert tour with some other musicians. They were on tour for nearly a month, going from one place to another every day. On 2nd February, they were in Iowa, in the central United States, and they were very tired. That night, after the concert, Buddy made a suggestion. Let's go to our next concert by plane tonight. The other musicians liked Buddy's idea. They immediately said yes. The same night at 1 a.m., Buddy and his two friends were on the plane. They were on their way to Minnesota for their next concert. It was a cold and windy night. It was snowing too. Then something bad happened. People saw the lights of the small plane come slowly down and down. Suddenly, they disappeared. Maybe it was the pilot's mistakes, or maybe there was a technical problem, but no one found out the reason for the accident. Buddy Holly, one of the great American rock stars, and his two friends died tragically in the accident. He was only 23 years old. The Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, a universal symbol of freedom and democracy, is on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. It was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States. The French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi designed the statue. He started to build the statue in France in the year 1875 and the construction finished in 1886. A French ship called the Isère brought it to the United States in 350 pieces the same year. Workers spent 4 months to put them together. The statue is 93 meters tall from the ground to the tip of the torch. Visitors climb 354 or take the elevator to reach the crown. There are 25 windows in the crown. Visitors can rest, take photos, and enjoy the scenery of New York City there. The 7 rays of the statue's crown symbolize the 7 seas and 7 continents of the world. The lady with the lamp holds a tablet in her left hand. It reads July 4, 1776 in Roman numerals. The Independence Day of America. There is a museum in the pedestal. More than 5 million people visit it each year and learn about its history there. The only way to get to the statue is by ferryboat. Ferryboats take visitors to the island every 30 minutes. The entrance to the statue is free, but the ferry tickets cost $10 for adults and $4 for children aged 4 to 2. Children under 4 don't pay any money. An all-boy band. The Backstreet Boys, or BSB, is an American all-boy band. The band started with Howie Dorough, A.J. McLean, and Nick Carter. A.J. worked as a model when he was 6. At that time, he also acted in school plays. When he was 14, he met Howie. Howie had had roles in films and plays. They became friends and went to the auditions together. They met Nick at one of them. A.J., Howie, and Nick started singing together for a record company called Transcontinental Records. The record company owner, Lou Pearlman, had a friend who knew Kevin Richardson. Kevin had a job at Disney World in Orlando at the time. When Lou's friend told Kevin about the new group, Kevin decided to meet them. The four became friends and Kevin joined the group. Lou wanted one more person for the group. The 5th member was Brian Leader, Kevin's cousin. BSB released their first album in 1996. They received a gold record for this album. The second one followed in late 1997, but it was not as successful as the first. BSB has got fans in many countries. You might even be a fan of this great band. The Man with the Gloves. Michael Greenberg is a popular man. He is not famous in sports or in the arts. But people, especially poor people on the streets of New York, know about him. For these poor people, he is not Michael or even Mr. Greenberg. For them, he is Gloves. Here comes Gloves, they say when they see him walking down the street. How did he get that name? Mr. Greenberg looks like any other businessman. He wears a suit and carries a briefcase, but he is different. In his briefcase, there are not only papers and books, but also several pairs of gloves. On cold winter days, Mr. Greenberg doesn't walk quickly down the street like other New Yorkers. He looks around at people. He looks for poor people with cold hands. That's why he carries gloves in his briefcase. He stops when he sees someone poor with no gloves and gives him or her a pair of gloves. Every day during the winter, Mr. Greenberg gives away gloves. During the rest of the year, he buys gloves. Also, people who know about him send him gloves. He has a mountain of gloves in his apartment. There are gloves of all colors and sizes. Children's gloves, work gloves, and evening gloves for ladies. Why does Mr. Greenberg help these people? When he was a child, his family was poor. However, his father always gave things to other people. He thought it made everyone happier. Michael Greenberg feels the same way. He feels very happy when helping the poor. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Have a nice day.